Girl, you've got it. Girl, don't be ashamed. Girl, you've got it. Go and do your thing. Hey there, baby. I see you looking good tonight. Get your high heels on and your dress fit tight. Ooh, you smell so good and you look so nice. I wanna get next to you, babe, if only for just one night. Girl, I've been trying so hard, trying to find the words to explain the way you move your body, baby, and make it hard to maintain. Ooh, I got to tell you, baby, the way that I feel, I can't sugarcoat it, baby. I gotta tell you like it is. Act like you know it. Girl, you've got it, and you might as well show it. Girl, you've got it. Act like you know it. Girl, you've got it, and you might as well show it. Girl, you've got it. Don't be shy. Girl, you've got it. Let's have a good time.
Hey guys, welcome. I see Procrastinator in the house. Procrastinator, welcome, man.
Thanks, man. How's it going? Happy to be here.
Going well here. Nice. Glad to have you here, man. So, in the next couple of minutes, we will start the open mic, and yeah, you're gonna be starting. So, I think we're about 43 listeners in here. So I think it's a good start. We can start and then let the others join in. Okay, so guys, I will have the recording started. Then I will introduce the first project, which is Bitrock, followed by Milestone Millions, and after Milestone Millions, we'll be having Cryptopia. Then Billy Cat, and our last project for today will be Green Grasshopper. So guys, I will start the recording and introduce you all, and then we can go on for the open mic. Procrastinator, are you ready, man?
Yeah, let's go, man.
All right, just give me a sec while I start the recording. Welcome everyone to SpaceVerse Launch first open mic series 1.0. So glad to have everyone in here. I'm your host today, P. Jackson, and here with me is my co-host today, Mikasser. Good to have you here with me, buddy. Also, we have JK Lunge in the house. He's a friend and a partner in the crypto space. Welcome, guys. So, well, we are having five projects, five great projects. That's how I should call it, in the space today, and we will be having each project on the mic for 25 minutes to give us a very detailed information on what they bring to the crypto space. Also, after the open mic, we will be having a giveaway for 10 persons. Make sure you stay up on until the end of the open mic session. So, guys, just before we start, I'm going to be giving a shout out to all five projects. We have Bitrock in the house. We have Procrastinator is here representing Bitrock. And next we have Milestone Millions. Drew is here to represent. The third project is Cryptopia. Lodi is here representing Cryptopia. And have you guys ever seen a cat make billions of dollars in crypto? He's here today. Give it up for Billy Cat. And lastly, we have the Green Grasshopper. Oh man, I love this guys. JP, the founder, is going to be here also representing. So guys, thank you all for coming. So we have our first project, Bitrock, coming up on the mic. The procrastinator is here to tell us more about Bitrock. Welcome in, brother.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us, man. Appreciate it, and excited for it.
No worries. Well, you have 25 minutes on VC, 20 minutes to tell us all about Bitrock, and just 5 minutes for one or two questions from our admins or listeners. So you can introduce yourself and then go on with telling us all we need to know about Bitrock.
Yeah, sure. First of all, can you hear me fine?
Yes, loud and clear, brother.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, first of all, yeah, my name's Procrastinator. I've been in the crypto market for about 7 years. About a couple of years ago, I started getting more involved with advisory, strategy, stuff like that for different projects. Never officially part of a project team, more on a consulting level, and still am, even with Bitrock. And for Bitrock, I do stuff like AMAs, obviously, hosting, community management, PR, strategy, and advising as well. So I do work with the team, but obviously still on a consultancy level. Most of my work, like I said, is on the PR side of things and so on. And yeah, just that's kind of more on my side. And for the project in general, I'll just kind of start with a basic kind of introduction about what the project is, how long we've been in the market, and so on. So Bitrock is a layer 2 Ethereum sidechain focused on speed, cost effectiveness, security, and scalability. It is a proof of authority blockchain as opposed to most other L2 sidechains or L2 blockchains on Ethereum, especially, which are mostly proof of stake. Obviously, the proof of work model for the most part is now outdated. For the most part, we do have proof of stake. In terms of the L2 space, especially, there are a few L1 proof of authority sidechains, but in terms of the L2 side of things, we're one of the few, if probably not, maybe one of two or three only. So that's one thing, and what that enables us to do, there's quite a few advantages to being a proof of authority sidechain. First of all, it's IBFT 2.0 as opposed to QBFT or Clique. And also, it enables the blockchain to be quite faster than most other blockchains, including proof of stake blockchains as well, which is the majority of existing Ethereum L2 sidechains. And it also enables us to be more secure because of the concept of a validator node or validator consensus using the proof of authority consensus mechanism. And also, it's more scalable because of the stability of the nodes and the network in general. And obviously, it's cheaper. And I think I mentioned it was faster also. So speed and cost effectiveness are very let's say, advantageous in the proof of authority mechanism. So the blockchain itself is not a fork, so it hasn't been forked from another blockchain. It took 2 months to develop the blockchain prior to launch. So we launched around July 13th of this year. So we've been on the market for just over 2 months now. And basically, like I said, the development of the blockchain itself was done over a 2 month period before the project even launched, and it was entirely funded by the team. So there are no venture capital backings, there's no seed rounds, there's no pre-sales, there's no private sales, and it was a complete stealth launch into the market. No one knew about it when it launched, and obviously, things have gone fairly well for us so far. So we now have something around 5,600 holders. We're at roughly a 5 million market cap. The blockchain itself, we've just crossed 5,000 active accounts, around 53,000 transactions, and also 3,000 active accounts. 53,000 roughly transactions, and we've passed 3 million blocks already mined or validated on the network, which is pretty good stats considering that the chain itself or the mainnet has been live for just over a month or so. Again, because of the nature or because of the fact that the blockchain was developed previous or prior to launch, that enabled the team to be way ahead of schedule as it is, and also enabled the team or the project itself to launch with a live test net. So the mainnet, even though it was ready, was not launched or was not live right away after launch. We had a few days of testing by the community, by the team itself as well, including testing pre-launch. Obviously, very intensive testing was done pre-launch, but also post-launch for a few days with the community, gathering feedback, examining any possible issues, and so on. And only on day 3, which is still very quick, the mainnet itself was live. And when I say the mainnet was live, obviously still the bridge and the DEX and stuff like that were still in development. And so after the project was launched, the team very quickly started a partnership with Sphinx Labs, who are a very known name in the scene. They've worked with Arbitrum, Optimism, Loop Network, Curve Network, and so on and so on. And the partnership essentially included integration into the full Sphinx Labs ecosystem, which includes their bridge, their swap, their launchpad, their token locker, their charting tools, their airdrop tools, and their DApp as well. So we're fully integrated into their system, or the Sphinx app as well. And basically, our current bridge is through them. There are plans to have our own bridge, an additional bridge developed by the Bitrock team. It's going to take a little bit of time because we are currently working on other things, which I'll talk about later. But it will come. As of right now, that's the plan at least. And so again, we're fully integrated, and essentially that partnership or the integration was completed at around week 3, I believe, of the project, or maybe in week 4. So just under a month into the project, that partnership was completed, and we have an official DEX as well that was developed and essentially deployed by the Bitrock team themselves. So the official DEX is RockSwap, and again, unlike Uniswap or PancakeSwap, where they are probably developed or built by different teams than Ethereum or Binance and so on, the RockSwap DEX is actually developed by the Bitrock team themselves. So that went live, I think, in week 2 or 3 as well. So right around the 3rd or 4th week, everyone was able to essentially bridge over to the mainnet and start deploying, start investing, and so on and so on. And since then, so we've been right around 2 months almost of a live mainnet. So, or was it? Sorry, yeah, it's been 2 months or over with the mainnet, but obviously including the DEX and the bridge as well, it's around a month and a half. So considering the amount of transactions and the volume we've had, it's been going quite well. We have staking live on both the mainnet and the Ethereum side as well. So on the Ethereum side, we have Bitrock staking available at a 30% APY. If you have your Bitrock token on the Ethereum side, if you have your Bitrock token bridged over to the mainnet, so you have the Brock coin, as we call it, you can stake that for a 60% APY, which is double. So that's an additional incentive for people to kind of bridge over and interact more with the mainnet. And just under probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, the team kind of started taking initiatives with partnering with different teams that want to kind of officially partner with the Bitrock team to launch projects on chain. So we obviously have quote unquote unofficial projects where anyone can deploy anything they want on the Bitrock chain. It's a blockchain. There's no stopping anyone who wants to deploy anything. But obviously, you know, it's up to that project's team to kind of have their own marketing, publicity, and so on. And it's not endorsed or affiliated with with the Bitrock team in any way. And then we have the other way, which essentially is the launching of new projects on chain, where the teams of those projects before launch approach the Bitrock team, or the Bitrock team approaches them, or in whatever way. And then essentially some vetting, a vetting process is done for the project team that wants to launch. So including a KYC, including possibly audits as well, maybe contract renouncing, burning LPs, and so on. So certain security, let's say, requirements have to be met. The team needs to have a project that is going to add value on the chain, so the Bitrock team can market it effectively. And the Bitrock team, obviously, in that case, if all of these steps are followed and the requirements are met, the Bitrock team then provides pre-launch, post-launch, and during launch support for the project and marketing as well, resolving any, or helping, let's say, resolve any contract issues, assisting the team with essentially anything that they need if the Bitrock team can give it to them. And there's additional incentives as well. And of those projects, we've had 3 so far. So the first one was the RockSwap token. So the RockSwap DEX, as we have it, has been live, as I mentioned, for over a month now. But the token for the DEX, so similar to the PancakeSwap token or the Uniswap token, was launched around 2 to 3 weeks ago or so. And that was also a stealth launch. It was deployed by the Bitrock team themselves. Since the RockSwap DEX is the official DEX, the token was deployed by the Bitrock team. It launched at around a $3,000 market cap, and it eventually, within a few minutes actually on launch, it reached around a $1.6 or $7 million market cap. Obviously, there was a lot of people anticipating this launch. It was the first kind of official project launch on the chain. We had a volume crossing over $2 million. Currently, it's at around $600,000 or $700,000 market cap. And then over the last couple of weeks, we've had 2 more partner projects launch. And the first one was Wrapped Platform, and that project was, or is, a kind of multi-chain NFT management platform, along with an NFT marketplace, NFT collection. So it's very NFT focused, as we do obviously recognize that there are people who are into NFTs and, you know, kind of are very invested in them and interested in them and so on. So that project catered to that. And the Wrapped Platform project has a different team from Bitrock, but that team partnered with the Bitrock team for the launch. And then obviously after launch, the project is managed by the project team itself. And the Bitrock team kind of, you know, advises when needed, helps when needed, supports when needed, and so on. That project was a pre-sale. And then after that, we have our friends in Milestone Millions who are joining us after our session of the AMA today. And they launched, I think, around 2 weeks ago as well. It was a stealth launch, and they did fairly well as well. And that project is very rewards focused. So it is not just simply about reflections to holders and stuff like that. There's different revenue sharing models and different income streams that project has or is working on, and their team is working on that right now. And essentially, the aim is to kind of become the #1 reward token on the Bitrock chain, and certainly they're right now the only official one on the chain. So, and obviously there's more on the way, so we have some coming very, very soon as well. We have teams lined up that are partnering with the Bitrock team for the launches. But of course, you know, the kind of readiness of launching depends on the teams themselves. It's not in the Bitrock team's hands. And they have to, they do undergo a KYC process, which does take time and so on. So those are coming very, very soon. And we have basically lots of projects launching every day, kind of going on their own journeys on the chain. But those are unofficial projects, of course, but still they contribute somehow to the chain through volume, activity, diversity on chain, and so on. So Very quickly, the Bitrock team consists of 4 core team members based in the Netherlands and Belgium. I'm based out of Dubai, and I again work with them in the capacities I've mentioned before. And the core team have KYC'd with Assured DeFi. Assured DeFi is a leading is an industry leader in crypto KYC verification, essentially. They work with the FBI, they work with the US Attorney's Office, and they also cooperate and collaborate with other legal jurisdictions and government entities. They're one of the very few KYC verification agencies which actually do something in case of scams or malicious activity or so on and so on. And everything is mentioned on their website, and we've hosted them on our own AMAs as well multiple times. The Bitrock contract and the blockchain have already been audited by CTD Sec, who are partners of Assured DeFi, but CTD Sec are focused on auditing and cybersecurity. So our deal with them and our own ongoing partnership with them will be handy for any auditing that's done for any projects on chain, and for our upcoming DEX audit as well. So we passed their audit with 100% score, and the reason for that is not because it's not a stringent process. It's because, number one, their cybersecurity team worked very heavily with the Bitrock dev team for a few weeks, improving security, adding additional enhancements, and making sure that the network infrastructure is as secure as can be, and as well as being fast as it can be. And that helped improve our audit score when it did come out. So, and obviously the report is available on their website and on their GitHub, including all the testing that's been done. So it's not just kind of a blanket report with a testing score and that's it. They've included every single thing that they've tested in that report. Now, coming to the blockchain has a 2-second block time, so that's very, very fast. For context, Arbitrum, for example, can have up to a 14-second block time. The gas fee is near zero, so we're talking about 0.401 or 501, which again is extremely cheap. Obviously, especially compared to the Ethereum chain, but certainly also compared to many other L2 side chains on the Ethereum side. And our max transactions per second right now is at 12,000 max TPS. And I say right now because it's been confirmed that there's room for it to be increased even more. But for the first few weeks or a couple of months, we're just making sure that the network is stable, everything's running smoothly, which it is at the moment. And then there's room to push it even higher. But 12,000 is very fast. And again, for context, Matic, for example, Polygon Matic only has a max TPS of 7,000. So we're almost double. And at the end of the day, when we take a look at data on how many actual transactions happen on the Ethereum chain or on Ethereum layer 2 chains, it averages around 1,000, maximum 2,000 per second, which means that at 12,000, especially as a new chain, we're very capable and we're very able to handle a very high volume of transactions, and certainly based on the number of transactions that are happening right now. Now, a couple of kind of exciting things that are being worked on at the moment is, first of all, the V2 of our Explorer. So we have a live Explorer that's been live, so similar to Etherscan. We have our own scan or Explorer website, which has been live when the mainnet went live on day 3. But obviously, there were some UI enhancements that could be done, additional functionalities and additional enhancements. And so the team is working to finalize that by next week. So we're looking forward to that at the moment. So that's number one. Number two is our multi-chain DEX. And so RockSwap currently obviously only handles transactions on the Bitrock chain. So that's number one. However, the plan from the start of the project was to make RockSwap a cross-chain DEX. And what that means is that you would be able to use RockSwap to buy tokens on other networks without having to pay gas in the native gas token of those networks, and without having to use swaps or DEXs native to those networks. So the gas would be equalized into native or mainnet Bitrock, and it would be paid in Bitrock as well. And basically, the first chain that we are going to be integrating with is the Ethereum chain, obviously. So you would be able to buy any token on the Ethereum chain, pay your gas in Bitrock. It would be equalized. It may be the same or maybe a little bit less than what you would pay on the Ethereum chain. But of course, the Ethereum chain has an infrastructure that can't be changed. But what that allows the user essentially, or people, to be able to do is skip many steps in the process where, for example, if you have BNB and you want to switch it to Ethereum and move it to the Ethereum network, you would first have to send it to an exchange. You would have to sell your BNB, buy Ethereum, send it to a wallet, and then use something like Uniswap, and then vice versa if you want to move from Ethereum to the BSC chain, where the RockSwap DEX kind of eliminates all these steps. Is if you have your native Bitrock on the chain, on the mainnet, you would simply paste your Ethereum tokens contract, pay your gas in Bitrock, swapped, done. So we're in the kind of halfway mark, maybe a little bit less around there right now with the development of the integration layer with the Ethereum chain, but that's probably where most of the development effort is going right now. We are working to actively get more exchange listings. So we are listed on Bitmart and BitGet, both. And there's more coming as well. Bitmart have also integrated our mainnet into their exchange. And essentially what that means is that instead of using the Sphinx Labs bridge, people would be able to buy Bitrock directly on Bitmart against USDT, and then choose to send it to their wallets either through the Ethereum chain or the mainnet. So that's one thing. And obviously, they can also deposit Bitrock from their wallets, whether it's from the mainnet or from the Ethereum side, into their Bitmart account, again, through the mainnet or through the Ethereum side. And we have multiple other integrations done. So we're integrated with PinkSale, with Gecko Terminal. We're integrated with DexView, DexTools, PinkSale, I think I mentioned. And then there's a few more: Gecko Terminal, Flues, Sphinx Labs, obviously. There's a whole bunch of integrations done. Avadex, and we're also integrated with Trust Wallet swapping. And what that means is basically, without having to use any swap or DEX, if you just open your Trust Wallet account and you have Ethereum, for example, you would be able to directly swap it into Bitrock, Ethereum Bitrock, from the Trust Wallet swap tab itself, without having to use a DEX, and vice versa from Bitrock to Ethereum as well. And we have our MetaMask price fetched for the mainnet Bitrock token or Bitrock coin. And there's more integrations on the way. The main one that is probably soonest is full-on Trust Wallet integration, where the Bitrock chain would be official in Trust Wallet. You would not have to set it up to as a custom chain, essentially, and you don't have to add custom tokens or any of that. So that's very exciting. And obviously, again, exchange listings, and we also have a few things that are being worked on the side. And the last thing I want to mention for now is another unique utility that we have on the chain, which is called the Token Builder, the Bitrock Token Builder. And very quickly, what that is a tool which enables anyone with little to no coding or technical knowledge or experience to deploy their own token on our chain using the tool, but just simply by putting in different parameters like, max wallet, the name of the token, the symbol, the total supply, the max buy, max sell, max transaction, taxes, and marketing wallet, and stuff like that. So simply by putting in these parameters, connecting your wallet, and then deploying the token, deploying the contract, You would be able to do that with zero knowledge. You don't have to compile any code or use Remix or any of that. It's a very simple and straightforward process, and we've had many people already use it for deploying their projects on the chain. Again, keep in mind that the token builder has a standard preloaded contract, so the contract code itself cannot be changed. It is not exposed to the user to manipulate. Obviously, they're able to change the different functions, like again the max wallet, tax, and so on. But the functions themselves are set and they cannot be changed. So they can't add hidden functions or fake renounce or all that type of stuff. However, that doesn't prevent that doesn't make these projects safe 100%. But at the same time, it prevents any manipulation on the contract side. But we still, of course, have rug pulls on the liquidity side. We have marketing farms. We have bad teams, lazy teams, inexperienced teams. So many different combinations. So just always do your own research. Make sure you understand what you're investing in, but at least on the contract side, it makes things a little bit safer. That's kind of a quick overview on what's happening currently. I hope I touched base on everything. And one more thing. Wrapped Platform, which was our second or first partner project with a different team, but second official project on chain, have just released, just a couple of days ago, have released the official marketplace for the Bitrock chain. So they've developed it, it's live, it's been tested. So we do have a functioning marketplace as well. Yeah.
Wow, nice. These are very detailed information you gave us right there. Like, to be honest, I can listen to you speak about Bitrock for hours because I'm bullish on this project for a long time. Seriously.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna be having you guys for a full AMA in the future. Yeah. So
Sure.
just because of time, just because of time, I will just have my admin ask just one question, and then we'll wrap this up. Sophie, if you're here and you have question for procrastinator, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, Sophie, we can hear you.
Okay. So my question is that with numerous L2 solutions in the market, how will they compete with each other and with other blockchain ecosystems like Binance Smart Chain and Polkadot?
Yeah. Again, the economy, or let's say the advantage of being an L2 sidechain, obviously, is that you're trying to solve a problem, and on top of that, you have the opportunity to do things differently. So we've done both. Other projects may have not. I can't specifically speak to Polkadot or Binance. Obviously, Binance has much lower transaction fees than the Ethereum chain, but they're still not as low as us. So that's number one. Polkadot, I haven't personally used, to be completely honest, but I can almost guarantee that, again, they're not as fast and they're not as cheap. So again, having a proof of authority consensus makes us unique, positively unique. So we're not doing something that is negatively affecting our chain or negatively affecting our performance. Number two, we're improving or trying to solve a problem. So obviously the gas fees on the Ethereum chain, as well as the transaction times, ridiculous times right now. And if you even start to think about how things are going to be in the bull market, it's going to drive you crazy. Gas fees are going to be astronomical. And obviously the transaction times are going to be stupid slow as well. And obviously not just that, but having a stealth launch approach where we're able to offer investors a much more potential return on their investment, because we are launching, we launched at much lower market caps than bigger L2 sidechains such as Arbitrum or Optimism and so on. We don't have any venture capital tokens vested for other investors who are going to dump on you, where most other L2 chains have that. We have official partner projects where the team vets partners who want to collaborate with the Bitrock team to launch on the chain to give more marketing and give more high value projects. Most other chains don't do that as well. We also have the unique utilities that we're adding on the chain, whether it's the token builder, the multi-chain DEX, the cross-chain marketplace, and so on and so on, or sorry, the multi-chain DEX and the NFT marketplace as well. And in addition, we align ourselves with different types of marketing, whether it's long-term Twitter account, Twitter partners, or long-term Telegram partners. We don't focus on the one-shot type of marketing where some account does a random call for us and that's it. We focus more on strategic marketing, and obviously a lot of other chains, mostly, especially the smaller ones, with them being new projects, don't have the budget for that, whereas we do, because we have a 4x4 tax on the Ethereum side. So the 4x4 tax allows us to have 1% for liquidity and 3% for marketing, listings, and partnerships, and so on. So kind of in summary, that's the value proposition, and that's what makes us different from other L2 blockchains and enables us to compete with them.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you for the question, Sophia. Yeah, great one. And yeah, we have come to the end of the first open mic session with Bitrock. So thank you so much for coming around. It was wonderful listening to all about Bitrock. Do well to come back to our community anytime and give us latest updates on Bitrock. It is my pleasure hosting you today.
My pleasure, P. Thank you
Also,
for having us. Appreciate your time.
sure, I would love you guys to come back some other time. Definitely.
Definitely.
Also, we have the links to Bitrock socials posted in the main chat and pinned just in case anyone wants to find out more about Bitrock. So, moving on, next we have Milestone Millions coming up on the mic. Drew is here, and Drew, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Thank you, P.
Good. It's nice to have you here. So, without wasting much time, you have 25 minutes on VC, 20 minutes to give us all the details about Milestone Millions, and 5 minutes for one or two questions from either the admins or listeners. So, you can start by telling us a little of your experience in the crypto space, and then go ahead and give us detailed information about Milestone Millions. Go ahead, man.
Sure. Thank you. Well, procrastinator really sets the bar high on this open mic, so we're off to a bang here. So thank you for everyone who's joining us. Typically, I do have to spend a good deal of time talking and plugging Bitrock because that's one of the ways to get to us. But I think procrastinator touched on many of those areas, so which is great. It'll leave us some more time. My name's Drew. I'm one of three partners in the Milestone Millions project. I'm taking lead as the CEO. I came into the crypto space in 2021, have been involved as investor in some very large projects, have worked on the side in some advisorship capacity for various projects, and met the other two partners, Guru, who's our Chief Technology Officer, and George, who is our Chief Operating Officer. Together, we've put together the Milestone Millions project that resides on the Bitrock chain. We like to market ourselves as a unique rewards type project, and like Procrastinator had said, it's our goal to become one of the largest official partnered rewards project on the Bitrock chain. So we have an official partnership with the Bitrock team. All three of our members have undergone KYC with Assured DeFi. We have our contract audited, which we'll talk about in a minute. We are like Procrastinator said, one of three official projects, the only one that's offering rewards at the time. Our project utilizes multiple revenue streams that come directly from rewards from transactional taxes to key positions that we are going to stake in other ecosystems. And the goal is to provide solid, sustainable growth with our investments that feed back to the community and feed back into our rewards mechanisms. Right now, we offer immediate rewards in Milestone Millions. We've been offering that since launch. We launched just about 3 weeks ago. We stealth launched, similar to the Bitrock chain. Our starting market cap was 8,000. I'd like to think that we had one of the stealthiest launches so far. Not even the Bitrock team knew when we were going to launch. We did just shy of 20x right out of the gate. We're consolidating a little bit with trading right now and gearing up to accomplish some of the milestones that we're laying out. Milestone Millions the name came from us being involved in different projects versus, as an investor, as an advisor, successful projects that have rugged, projects that have not necessarily rugged, but kind of fizzled out. They've had vague roadmaps. Together, we wanted to put together a solid team that had a lot of transparency. We realized in our communications and meetings as we were putting this together that in order to achieve that, there's many milestones that need to be accomplished along the way, and hence the term milestone was part of our name. And with all of these things, it's our goal to provide a safe project with clear and achievable milestones that we hope are going to lead up to millions for our investors. We chose the Bitrock team for all of the reasons that Procrastinator has outlined. It's a new chain. And one of the things being part of a new chain is you sort of get to participate in the direction that the chain goes. You get to, lay the groundwork. We wanted to come out of the gate with them as, a strong, trustworthy project. We went through their vetting process. We work very closely with the Bitrock team. We communicate nearly on a daily basis with them. There's an extremely strong community with the Bitrock community, and it feeds over into our community. There's extremely cheap gas fees, and I think we're all, accustomed to sort of making decisions when we want to make transactions or we need to move stuff from wallet to wallet or make transfers and so on the Bitrock chain. That is not a worry. Anytime we're talking less than it's fractions of a cent gas fees, speed, security, and then the scalability. Our team values align, which when we were seeking out a blockchain to launch on, we really, again, we value transparency. We value teams that are investing in their projects and investing in their communities. And, our team certainly checks all those boxes, as well as the Bitrock team as well. One of the most exciting things for us in the works is the cross-chain DEX that Bitrock is working on. When that goes live, that, in our opinion, is going to make a huge difference for our communities in our roadmap in terms of where we want to go and the milestones that we're looking to achieve out of this. As far as features, our big utility is, feeding back rewards to our holders. We want people to be able to, trade as needed and hold and gain rewards. And like I mentioned, as part of our roadmap, our goal is to secure positions in other projects and other ecosystems, whether it be in terms of possibly providing liquidity, securing nodes, everything with the idea that revenue gets fed back into our ecosystem, and then we in turn pass that reward and revenue back onto our holders, whether it's through direct airdrops, through supporting the chart, different types of reward streams and so on. Those are all part of what we are building when we talk about the Milestone Million ecosystem. We want to provide clear direction as to where we're going. We are a new project that's coming out of the gate that's only 3 weeks old. We're not here to be a pump and dump. We're here for long-term organic growth. We certainly are working hard behind the scenes to secure our milestones, and we want our community to be part of that. There are a lot of things as a partner that we can say we're going to do. We want to be the team that not only says that we're going to do it, but do it. We like to provide as much updates as we can to the community, but at the same time, we are working and keeping things quiet as we work through them. There's lots of moving parts, and we want to be able to drop significant milestones. And when we drop a milestone, we want it to be ready to go and benefit our holders from that aspect. A little bit about our tokenomics. We do have a nominal transaction tax. We have a 3% buy tax broken up into 1% going into auto LP. We have 1% that goes to an operations wallet, and we have 1% that gets fed back to the community in the form of rewards. On the sell side, we have 6% sell tax that's broken up into 1% into auto LP, 3% goes to the operations wallet, and 2% goes directly back to holders in the form of rewards. We are sitting, we're doing quite well. We're sitting at approximately 160 holders at this point. We have very solid liquidity pool. We've burned, so we have a 500 million token supply. They've all been minted. We've already burned 25 million of that supply. We have approximately 50 million that's left to be burned and potentially used in other ways. And we have 62 million that we are holding for a central exchange listing that could be coming in the past. So those are some of our, probably our biggest milestone at this point is the burning of 25 million of our tokens. So we're constantly working in the background. Today was a big step forward for a major milestone for us. I've been in DMs all day with a couple of big players, and we're very close to making an announcement, and hopefully here in the short term we'll be able to make that. I don't want to commit to any days, because as soon as I say that we're going to have this done in 2 days or 3 days, it becomes carved in stone. And we all have been around probably long enough in crypto to know that sometimes that's not always possible. Sometimes we move faster and can accomplish milestones quite quickly, and other times there's other factors that we have to deal with in order to get those things accomplished. I would encourage everyone to check out our website, check out our roadmap, where we're going. I think if people have questions, we have some very active moderators. I know there's a couple of them are in this group listening right now. They're more than happy. They're very knowledgeable about the project and where we're going. They're more than happy to answer any questions. But I think you will find that the 3 partners of this project are very open, and you can feel open to come and ask us questions. We'll respond back to you, as quickly as we can. I think that part of our going back and building on our rewards aspect, there's September has been a good month in some areas and a not so great month in others. One of the things that we're looking to do is take advantage of when there's market downturns, our position, our project as we move as we move forward is trying to position ourselves to be able to take advantage of those situations, and investing in other projects when, the market is low. And then as the market, turns, that in turn feeds more revenue back into our sort of business model. The three of us, just for a little more information about us, we all work in the business sector. We all have significant experience with business and project management, and we are trying to bring in those business-like mentalities and those business-type partnerships into our project and build those in. And very similar to Bitrock, where they're looking for building partnerships for the long game, we share those same values. The partnerships that we build now, we want to last, and we want to be that project that is going to be, here 6 months, a year, 5 years from now, when we see projects close up. We are positioning ourselves and making very calculated decisions. We are working slowly through some of the partnerships that we're putting in place, and that's by design. We want to really make sure that we have them firmed up, that we have all the I's dotted and T's crossed to be able to build these long-term partnerships. I know for some people that can be, especially, I've been in crypto for a while now, the environment moves really fast. We want, but our goal is to build that long-term solid project that's going to, continuously reward our holders quite significantly. I hope as we move forward, we want to be that project on the Bitrock chain.
Nice.
So I
Nice
think
one.
I think that's what I have for now.
Yeah, great. That was great. So like I have like a few hands up. I think these guys
Sure.
want to ask questions. So maybe we will just be taking one question from Jupiterian. Oh, what a name. Okay, so I'm gonna allow you to speak. You can unmute yourself, and if you have questions for Drew, you can go ahead.
What's up, P
How we doing?
Jackson? How you doing? Yeah, I'm good.
Doing great,
I'm good,
man.
mate.
Go ahead.
How you
Go
guys
ahead with your
doing?
question. I'm
Yeah,
doing great,
so
man.
I would want to be quick with my question, but first and foremost, I will want to commend you for um your project, Drew. What you guys brought to the space is amazing. But while you were talking, you didn't talk about staking or anything in it. So I would want to ask, do you guys have any plans for staking, and what plans do you guys have for it?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for those kind words. Right now we are talking about staking. We don't have anything finalized. There is talk as building it in at some point into our ecosystem, but there's nothing official. So I can't really comment that, we are or we are not, or it's going to happen, at this point. It's part of our discussion. It does build into some other pieces of our ecosystem that we're looking. It could play into a factor in some other pieces of our ecosystem that we're looking to build out. So I have to give you the generic answer of maybe, but I can't really get into the details about that because at this point, we don't have a real anything that's really finalized. And I also wanted to. This made me think of something else that I've failed to mention. One of the things I think everybody wants to be into projects early. I think that's the goal for everyone. Earlier you can get into projects. That can really be a benefit. With Milestone Millions, it's a 2-for-1. You can get into a project early, and you can get into a blockchain early, and together. Our team feels that that's a recipe for some really explosive growth, because any movement that we have on either side in either project, benefits the chain, and any movement on the chain can benefit the project as well. And market cap is a good example of that. And I know, some people look at market cap, and our market cap right now is fluctuating based on what's going on with Bitrock. And both being new projects, there is a little more volatility, so we do see some fluctuation in market cap, which is expected with new projects. But together, as we go through this long haul, the two ingredients of being early on a blockchain and early in a project can couple together and really give some parabolic growth, moving forward. So I also want to emphasize that as well.
Nice. I hope that answers your question. So just because of time, we will have Sophia ask just one more question, and then we wrap this up. So, Sophia, the floor is yours. Sophia, are you there? Okay. I don't know if any other person has any questions for Drew. Just kindly raise up your hand, and I will unmute you. Wakanda Wells,
You fam.
how you doing?
Okay, Wakanda.
Hello.
How you doing,
Hello.
Wakanda? Go on with your question.
I'm fine. I have a question.
Can you speak a little louder?
Yeah, I said I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Um, so what are the benefits of holding your token as a long-term investment? Can you tell us about the motivation and benefits for investors to keep the token, to keep your token in the long run? I mean, hello.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
couldn't
know if
quite hear.
Drew had the
I, I,
question.
I can't quite hear what the question
Should I
was.
come again?
But I would say
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he
you
wants
can.
to.
Man, we can't hear you, man. We can't hear you clearly. Can you
I
be
think he
audible,
said
please?
something like, what are the benefits of holding your token for a long term? I think if I heard correctly.
So if that's the
Yes,
question,
yes.
and he. So,
What
Okay,
are the benefits?
okay,
Can you tell us the motivation? Yeah, the benefits.
okay. Drew, I think you could go ahead and answer the question.
yeah, so long-term benefits to holders again is rewards, rewards, rewards. Immediate rewards through every transaction directly back to holders, as well as revenue that comes in, to the ecosystem being distributed back to those holders through different streams. And if Wakanda has additional questions, he can feel free to jump over into our Telegram group, and we'd be more than happy to answer them over there as well.
For sure, for sure. I think we have the links to Milestone Millions social posted in the main chat, just in case anyone has another question. So yeah, we will be wrapping this up just because of time. Um, so we are at the end of the second open mic session with Milestone Millions. So yeah, just before you go, is there any other thing you want to say to the community?
I just want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day. Be sure
Hello.
our socials are all posted there. Check out our Telegram, check out our Twitter. Be sure to jump over and check out the Bitrock chain as well, where you can find us. You can directly trade us through RockSwap.io. We are whitelisted there, so right in the drop-down menu, you do not need a contract to trade through RockSwap, and you can also find us through Sphinx as well. So thank you, everyone.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much for coming. It's my pleasure having to host you today. Also, feel free to drop by and with the latest updates on Milestone Millions in the main chat anytime. So,
Thank you, P.
Yeah, just like I said, we have the links to your social posted in the main chat, just in case anyone has any other further questions. You can hop into their Telegram group. The admins will be more than happy to answer your questions. So thank you, Drew. I will be passing the mic over to my co-host, Mikasser. He's going to be taking it up from here while I drive back home. So, Mikasser, do your thing, brother.
Thank you very much, P. Really great open mic session so far. You guys have really done a great job, the procrastinator, the team from um, the team from the next project. Give me a second to pull that one up. You did a lot of explaining, um, showing us that's the team from uh, Bitrock and the Milestone Millions team. Really appreciate the insights that you provided. It's really wonderful. I'm hoping you guys come to bring future updates. Next in line is the Cryptopia team, and I want to believe that the team from Cryptopia is standing by. Laudi, pardon me if I correct the name, but I believe I pronounced it correctly. Laudi is already standing by, ready to discuss insights regarding Cryptopia. Laudi, the floor is yours, please. We'll start with an introduction and go down the line.
All right, perfect. Yeah. First of all, thank you so much, SpaceVerse and P Jackson and Mikasa for, inviting us to do an AMA with you guys. We really appreciate it. My name is Laudi. I am the community manager for Cryptopia. So I mainly handle community engagement, partnership, and content creation for our project. So, all right, so I'll be just quick about it. Cryptopia is a free to play and earn blockchain game that combines several gameplay elements to provide our players a fun, rewarding, and sustainable gameplay experience. Now, we've been in development for nearly 4 years. Initially, we self funded our project and then garnered investor support after demonstrating a successful proof of concept. Fortunately, this initial backing enabled us to kickstart our project and fund our team. Our team is mostly based in Southeast Asia, but the founders are from the Netherlands and most of the developers. We also had our smart contract audited by Blaze Security, and we got a 9.8, all thanks to our founder and lead developer, Frank Bonnet. And our recent participation in Token 2049 was a significant milestone for us, allowing us to establish valuable connections with individuals who were genuinely interested in Cryptopia. And as a result, our momentum is at an all time high right now. And in the coming months, we have several major campaigns planned. However, our goal is to launch public beta in early 2024. Now, initially, we will be launching on Polygon. And also, once we do finalize the deal, also on Immutable. We do have a goal of making our game cross-chain compatible, though. So we have negotiations that are ongoing with Avalanche and Binance, and so on and so forth. Now, Cryptopia aims to revolutionize blockchain gaming by offering the following solutions to our players. Now, first one is user experience. Cryptopia's integrated multi-signature wallet smoothly manages tokens, crypto, and NFTs within the game. It signs all in-game transactions seamlessly, removing blockchain complexities and the need for external wallets. So when you're playing Cryptopia, you don't need MetaMask anymore, since we have our built-in wallet inside the game. Now, with in-game transaction signing, players stay fully immersed, while on-chain two-factor authentication enhances asset security and risk protection. The other one is entry barrier of entry. Cryptopia breaks down barriers with a free-to-play model. New players get a free basic NFT ship to start their journey. You can still make improvements to your basic ship to make it competitive. So for a minimal fee of around $1, you will get a pre-funded game version that includes sufficient starting gas, removing the need for external crypto wallets, exchanges, and KYC. Communities like YGG or other guilds can also cover their members' gas fees within set limits. We also offer DAOs inside Cryptopia. Cryptopia promotes inclusivity through in game DAOs, allowing shared ownership of scarce resources like land. This democratizes access while preserving core gameplay mechanics with governance options ranging from private groups to public DeFi ventures within the game. Now, we also provide solutions to sustainability. In Cryptopia, sustainability thrives on player-to-player interactions. Players generate earnings from each other, strengthening quest rewards and bolstering the in-game economy. Other players are worried about pay-to-win players. It's players versus pay-to-win players. In Cryptopia, that concept is broken. Players who invested in Cryptopia work hand in hand with our free-to-play players. So there's no there's nothing going on between them because they help each other out. Also, in Cryptopia, we have a very complex story of quests and player to player interactions. Cryptopia blends play and earning with compelling narrative focused on discovering Satoshi Nakamoto's second white paper. That's how the story of Cryptopia was born. So players can level up, engage in quests, join factions, craft, develop skills, team up with pets, and partake in PvP challenges like pirate battles. It's designed for long lasting engagement beyond just earning. So we're really focusing on the gameplay aspect of it rather than the play to earn aspect of Cryptopia. Also, we offer solutions to decentralization. Cryptopia employs a three-tier approach to ensure sufficient decentralization. Vital game state data is stored on the blockchain, ensuring immutability and safety for our players. Secondary storage is managed through decentralized networks like IPFS, providing robustness and accessibility. Stateless real time data, which is non game breaking, like in game chat, is transmitted via player driven P2P node networks. In Cryptopia, we have two main gameplay options. The first one is our adventurer mode. In this mode, you begin as a free to play player, creating your unique avatar. As this avatar, you embark on a journey to earn a living by taking on quests and job opportunities posted by other players. These jobs vary, ranging from working in factories as laborers to mining in deep, treacherous caves in Cryptopia. In return for your hard work, you earn valuable tokens, resources, and experience points. These rewards can be used to enhance your character statistics and abilities. And as you grow your stats, you can progress through various job levels. For instance, you might start as a carpenter, but as you level up, you can become an engineer, an architect, and so on and so forth. Higher job levels often open doors to more lucrative opportunities, granting you access to bigger loot and more experience points. So, the other gameplay mode that we have is the Tycoon mode. This mode shares similarities with our Adventurer mode, but takes a different approach. Once you've amassed enough resources inside our game, you can venture into Cryptopia's real estate market. By purchasing land in Cryptopia, you gain ownership of valuable land tiles, and these are in the form of NFTs. Here's where the Tycoon mode truly shines because you can construct facilities on these land tiles. With your newly established facilities, you can recruit adventurer players to work for your enterprise, allowing you to harness resources from your own land tiles. These resources can be sold on our integrated marketplace or channeled into other facilities. For instance, if you extract coal from your mine, you can direct it to a power plant that you own and then generate electricity from that power plant. And then that electricity that you have gathered, you can then sell that to other players or power your other facilities, creating a self sustaining cycle of facilities that you own, with the ultimate goal of having your own DeFi empire inside Cryptopia. So this is where our free to play players work hand in hand with our investing players, where the investing players provide work for the free to play players. So it's very encouraging for communities in Southeast Asia who are very free to play player focused. Okay, so we also have the pirates and bounty hunter systems, which I will be talking about at a later time. But ships play a vital role in navigating the vast expanse of Cryptopia, serving as the primary mode of transportation for various purposes such as conducting transactions, transporting valuable resources, and additionally, your ship functions as your central hub of operations within our game. So, upon registering your account in Cryptopia, you'll receive a complimentary basic NFT ship to kickstart your journey. So, it's very free to play player friendly, right? However, for those seeking a more competitive edge, we offer the option to mint our exclusive early access ships. By engaging in the minting process at cryptopia.com/mint, you gain access to the following opportunities. So, by minting, you have an 85% chance to mint a common early access ship with baseline stats. But as a bonus, you will receive a daily allocation of 50 Cryptopia tokens per day for a full 2 years. You also have a 14% chance to mint a rare early access ship with better stats. And this time you get 80 Cryptopia tokens for 2 years, right? And a 1% chance to mint a legendary early access ship, which has the best stats in the game. And on top of that, you will get 250 Cryptopia tokens allocated to your ship daily for a full 2 years. So imagine the advantage that it will provide you once the game launches. Now, please be aware that the Cryptopia tokens allocated to your early access ships are locked inside your NFTs and can only be accessed once the game is officially launched. In addition to these NFTs, we also offer exclusive early access benefits that'll provide you with a significant edge when you start the game, like getting inside Cryptopia early, and also being able to join a an auction where you can buy land tiles ahead of the launch. And okay, let me just go through my list here. We're also working on other NFTs like modules, blueprints, the ones that allow you to build facilities on top of your land tiles, and companion NFTs, which will be launched very soon. So, speaking about our tokens, we have a total of 10 billion tokens, and 4 billion of that is available to the players inside the game for them to earn. And if you're interested in our tokens, we have a private sale that is currently ongoing, and we plan to do a public sale around the time our public beta launches as well. That will be around early 2024. So if you liked what you heard so far from me, I encourage you guys to either go to our website to learn more about our game, go to our tokenomics, our NFT page, and our gameplays, or go to our Discord where we will be happy to go ahead and engage with you. And you can also do join our community activities and just genuinely hang out and have fun with us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. With what Cryptopia is, I hope I was able to go ahead and explain it very well to you guys. Also, good job to the guys who previously spoke. Well done. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, Mikasa. Thank you so much.
That was a really, really, really impressive overview. Let me see if I do have any hands here. I can see uh, King Solomon. But before then, I think Sophia has a question for you. I will follow up
Sure.
with some questions myself.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a really interesting one, I must say. So, Sophia, do you have a question for Lodi from the Cryptopia team?
I have a question. Can I ask my question?
Hey, Sophia. Hey, yeah,
Go ahead.
definitely. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much. So my question is, how does one become a citizen of Cryptopia? Is there a system for citizenship, and is it open to anyone, or are there restrictions? How does Cryptopia ensure inclusivity and diversity among its citizens?
Oh, that is a very good question. So, okay, so there is no requirement for you to become a citizen of Cryptopia. Once you create an account with Cryptopia, you automatically are a citizen of Cryptopia. Granted, you would have to choose from our four factions. So we have four factions inside the game that add to the complexity of our gameplay. And then after which you can go ahead and create your character and your avatar, and then you can go ahead and choose your gender as well, and you can also go ahead and change. You can really customize your avatar, and there's really no issues with regards to inclusivity because in Cryptopia everyone's welcome, and it's really a game that's really like real life, so everyone's going to we encouraged we created a culture inside our community where everyone is welcome to be themselves. So I don't see any problems with inclusivity and with you being a citizen of Cryptopia. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, thank you so much for answering me.
Oh, thank you
Thank you.
so much, Via.
Great answers, Lodi. Great questions as always, Sophia. Next in line is King Solomon. King Solomon, you've been allowed to speak. Please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, thank you, Mikasa, and also nice presentation about Cryptopia. And
Yeah.
beautiful enough, I and Frank, that's Frank Bonnet, just
Yeah.
happened to connect today. So, which is
Wow.
the founder, he gave me a follow up. So, I've not actually taken time to go through the project as a whole, Cryptopia. But something that actually came across my when I was actually going through it, it's the democrat. It says you users or players have the ability or is accessible to democratical kind of resources, or they could kind of make some democratic opinion in game
Yes.
regarding the resources on something. So the
Yes.
thing is, I was actually wondering, is it like where they kind of like make a vote, or like kind of like a democratic system in game built or something?
Very good question, King Solomon, and thank you so much for showing genuine interest in our game. Okay, so yes, so one of the beauties of Cryptopia is that the players have the ability to have a say towards how Cryptopia is going to develop in the long run. So, we have like I mentioned before, we have four factions, right? And these individual factions have a voting system in place. So let's say, for example, for the industrial faction, it's one of the factions that focuses on wealth and not caring about the environment, right? So this faction, their voting mechanism or their voting system per se is stems from the who is the wealthiest, right? So if you are very wealthy inside Cryptopia, your voting rights or your voting percentage will be very high, and that's how that's an example for the industrial faction. So if I say, let's go ahead and build a city on the moon, and the community votes on that, and the entire community of crypto votes on that, and it's passed, then we, the developers, Cryptopia, would then have to add on to the game and build a city on the moon. So we will make sure that the community's opinion and insights will be put to a vote. And then if it's approved and it's passed, then we will then decide to go ahead and proceed um, with that um, with that suggestion from the community, if the game allows for it. There you go.
Okay. So the thing is, won't it actually, kind of like alter or kind of make the currency, that's the in-game token, would it
Mhm.
affect the chat, or would the voting system from those that have the highest, those who are very rich or have the
Mhm.
highest rich in terms of the gameplay, won't their opinion kind of like affect how the chat happens to flow, or how the, a lot of things in the game, whereby it might turn out opposite or the other way around for those that don't have much, you know?
Very good question. So, like I said, we have four factions, and one of the factions is the industrial faction, which has a voting system that allows for the richest to have a say in the voting system, right? But there are other factions inside the in Cryptopia that have different voting mechanics. Like, for example, the voting mechanic for the traditional faction, which focuses on population, right? So it's more on the equal side. So if you are a member of the traditional faction, your vote will have an equal say with the rest of the traditional faction members. Let's say, for example, if you are from the eco faction, your voting system will be different from the industrial faction in terms of your contributions to the environment inside Cryptopia. So if you're worried about the richest having the most say inside Cryptopia, that's really not the case, because there are other factions that counteract the industrial faction in terms of the voting system.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mikasa, for the opportunity, and also thank you. Like your name is actually kind of the it's once you find
Yeah,
out.
I'm really sorry. I
But
hate my mom
no,
for
no,
that.
no, 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 no problem. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I will just keep in touch with that's Frank. I will just keep in touch with Frank on Twitter. No, no problem.
Thank you,
Understood.
King
Definitely.
Solomon.
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
appreciate the questions asked. Lodi, it's really great. You've shared some really wonderful insights about the Cryptopia ecosystem. We would love to see some updates regarding this. Personally, I would love to see some updates regarding this. I'll definitely check you guys out. I really appreciate the insights you've shared. Looking forward to seeing you guys come over for a follow up where we discuss the updates regarding Cryptopia and its ecosystem. Thanks a lot for coming up. If you have any final words or any final remarks, please go ahead.
No, I just want to thank you guys for allowing us to join this successful event for Spaceverse. Again, thank you so much, and hopefully you guys visit our community and our website. And yeah, thank you. We have a great night, guys. Yeah, thank you.
Again,
Yeah,
Lord, great
Lovely.
to always
Thanks
have
for
you
coming
around.
over. Thank you so much, Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
No worries. Make it so you can go.
So next in line, we got John Billy, representing Billy Cat's team. John Billy here. All right. Let's settle back and please run a mic check so that we can see we're hearing you clearly.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly? Good day, everyone.
All right, go ahead. Welcome, John Billy. It's great to have you around as well. So quickly run a quick introduction of yourself and discussions regarding how the Billy Cat ecosystem works. And you're listening. You have the spotlight.
Yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. My name is John Billy, currently in South Sudan. I'm going to try everything possible to be fast because it's already late here. But before I start, I want to appreciate the team of this inviting us. And I want to say a big shout out to my friend, Felix. I want to thank everyone who came out to hang out with us. Thank you so much. So, just as I said, I've been in the space for past 7 years. So, being an investor in many projects and also an influencer. So, also anonymously uh, work, partner with some people and also promote so many projects that
Sorry, John.
which
Sorry
were
to interrupt. I don't know if it's just me. P. Jackson, please confirm. I think John is logging. Please could you confirm that?
Yeah, I couldn't hear him clearly. So, can you check your mic, John? And yeah, if you can check your mic, please. Your voice is a little low.
Okay.
You need to
Can
check
you
your
hear
mic.
me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yes, sir.
Okay.
very
That's
clearly?
better.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
You can hear me very well now, right?
Please go ahead. Go ahead. Keep speaking, please.
So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much. I so much appreciate. I will make sure to wrap up everything as soon as possible because it's already late here in South Sudan. And Billy Carter is the first meme token launching on Super Exchange blockchain. So Super Exchange is a first Web3 blockchain that is launching uh, anytime this month. So the blockchain itself is launching anytime this month, and Billy Cat is expected to launch next month, first week of next month. That is when we are launching. So the Billy Cat token has the total supply of 30 million, and we have a utility on ground that is at the final stage of building. Our utility is already on ground, but it is at the final stage of being released. So internally, we are testing it we are already testing the platform among the teams. So our platform that we are launching on the Super ES chain is NFT marketplace. So we are the first meme token launching on the chain and also the first NFT marketplace because we want to focus on the NFT marketplace. So that is what we are building on the blockchain. So we are building NFT marketplace, and Billy Cat Coin is going to be used to do transaction on our own NFT marketplace. So it is Billy Cat Coins that we are going to use for transaction gas on the marketplace. So, and we are currently in partnership with so many YouTubers. We are in partnership with so many YouTubers and also Twitter influencers. So we are in partnership with them, and currently they are calling us, promoting us as we speak. And we are also having support from the team of Super ES Exchange. We are getting support from them time to time. We are seeing their own handwork too, the way they are also helping us. So, and also we are getting support from so many private groups. So the support is massive, the love is massive, and the readiness for us to launch is also at hand because we are also getting everything ready, preparing ourselves for the launch. Just as I said, our launch is first week of next month. So we are getting everything almost ready for the launch. And that is, I don't think I have much to say because I promise that I want to brief everything. I want to make it so short and simple, and I want to go straight to the point. If someone asks you, what did you know about Billy Cats? Just tell the person that it is the first meme token launching on Super ES SCS chain. So we are the first meme token. If you search us on YouTube, we have several videos. We have several videos on YouTube, currently on YouTube. So if you search us on Facebook,
We have several promoters promoting us on Facebook. We have so many promoters also promoting us on the TikTok and also on the Twitter. We have so many promoters already promoting us on the YouTube as well. So many people are asking us, or so many people are wondering why we decide to choose Super ES chain. So one of the reasons why we decide to choose Super ES chain is because of the blockchain security. Because my dev, I've already gone through the chain. It's a new chain, it's a new blockchain, yet to launch on mainnet, but they are already on testnet. So we have gone through the chain, we have studied the chain, and we believe in the chain, in the blockchain. So that is why we decide to say, okay, let us be the first project to launch on this chain. So we believe so much on the chain, and we know that the chain has a very bright future. So that is why we are launching on the SCS Super S chain. So my team are from my contract developer is from Ethiopia. The other guy is from South Sudan. Me, currently, I based in South Sudan. The other part of my team is also from South Sudan. And one of my team is also from the US. So this is how we, we, we are and where we base. So many people knows me also on Telegram and Twitter, because I have promote so many projects in the past that did some the last project I promote did so much X, so did so much multiple times. So many people who have been following me knows how well we have done in the past by promoting so many projects. So just as I promised, I am not going to waste much time. If you have any question, you can ask me. I think I come to the end of my section. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having Billy Cat Project. I want to say thank you so much, and I so much appreciate you guys. Thank you.
That was really good, John. Well, thank you for taking out of the time, despite that the odds are against you, considering the time it is in South Sudan. Thanks for providing an overview. I think I see some hands up. Give me a second. Yeah, so we're going to get questions from the community now. Let's see. Uh, Victor Viper Vape. Victor Viper Vape, you've been allowed to speak. Please unmute your mic and ask your question. Please limit it to one question only, as there are others in line.
Hello, Picas. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay, so
Can you hear me?
I do have this question, which is really quick. English is not the only spoken language in the world. They do have other languages around the world, and most countries too, who are speaking English, they have citizens who would love to invest into crypto. So, how do you and your team plan to help countries who don't speak English? Maybe something like translating your project into another language. What strategy has you guys brought out in order to be able to allow other countries who don't speak English be able to invest in your project?